All right, what's up, everybody? This is Big Joe here, and today I'm going to be talking about Justice League. Now, I know this film isn't exactly popular with a lot of people. In fact, I think it's one of the most underrated films of 2017. I have written over here some of the points that many critics have made about it, so let's take a look, shall we? Let's see. First one, the plot is baffling. This one I don't quite get because I went to see Justice League twice just to see what they were talking about, and I don't know what they're talking about when they say it's baffling. Or the second point, it jumps all over the place. I think it stays in a fairly equal timeline, stays in some pretty okay locales, but I guess what they mean is the unnecessary subplot where they go to the family in the little Russian or Ukrainian village where Steppenwolf happens to be attacking. That's the villain, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Weak villain. Yeah, Steppenwolf was not a very good villain. In fact, spoilers, his defeat, where I guess he's like defeated by his own minions because they sense his fear or something like that. I still don't quite get it. Yeah, he wasn't that good. All he did was really swing his axe around and talk to the mother boxes. But he's not supposed to be that strong of a villain. He's supposed to be more of a precursor of what's to come, which is Darkseid, which I'm very excited to see, by the way. Actors aren't good. Now, this is the worst point, I think. I think the actors in this film are just phenomenal. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, without a doubt, the best performance. Ben Affleck is Batman. Ezra Miller is Flash. Jason Momoa is Aquaman. Ray Fisher is Cyborg. And Henry Cavill is Superman. These guys are really great at what they do. They really play the parts. You feel that there is a camaraderie between them, even though they like just met each other. It's really a good chemistry on set. Confusing film? It's only confusing if you haven't read the comics. I think that if they had some more time, they could have explained a lot of it clearly. However, they were unable to do that because apparently, I read this, is that Warner Brothers has had restricted their films, their superhero films, from now on to be 2 hours. They've restricted this film to be 2 hours only of film time. That's not including credits, which is just ridiculous. I guess why they're doing that is because Batman vs. Superman was not very well rated. I guess they think it's because of the runtime, but it's not because of the runtime. It's just terrible in general. CGI mouth. If you don't know what this is, let me explain. When Josh Whedon came on to do some reshoots for Justice League, Henry Cavill was currently doing filming for Mission Impossible 6, and he had to grow a mustache for that, and he couldn't shave it off. So what they did is that when they did some of the reshoots, they did some CGI where the mustache was to cover it up, and it doesn't look good, but I don't think it's distracting because I only saw it in one part of the film at the very beginning, and the scene wasn't very long, so I don't find it very distracting at all. What I like I said before, the actors are excellent at what they do, and the action, it's really good action. Everybody is using their abilities to the best they can. Aquaman uses his tridents. Cyborg uses his lasers in his hands. Flash is just running around everywhere saving people. Wonder Woman bringing out all the fighting. Batman is he does some things. Batman does some things. And Superman, when he comes back in the end scene, a lot of people don't like this because they're like, Superman's too overpowered. That's the point of Superman, guys. That's why he shows up. He's the showstopper. And like I said before, the plot line is very straightforward. It's very easy to follow. I don't know what the critics are talking about when they say that. What I don't like, Like I said before, I do agree Steppenwolf was very weak in this, but again, he's not meant to be. Darkseid is meant to be the good one in this. The subplot, like I said before, with the family, incredibly unnecessary. They could have done something completely different. I think I once saw Nostalgia Critic, or I think it's when he used Doug Walker's real name, when Nostalgia Critic talked about it for a little bit in one of his reviews. He did say that it didn't feel like a whole lot of people in the town were in danger because they were focusing on this one family. So they could have done that differently. And they could have explained more. They definitely could have explained more. Like I said, if Warner Brothers takes off the stupid little restriction of 2 hours only, then I think they can still get better. Overall, I say this film was a massive improvement over Batman versus Superman. If Zack Snyder isn't involved with any more projects, I think that DC is starting to head into the right direction. Now, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, here's how the rating works. Since we over here like The Godfather so much, here's how the rating works. If we think a film is bad, we give it a fish. If it's neutral, we give it olive oil. And if it's a good film, we give it a cannoli. Any of y'all out there who've watched The Godfather, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to since I gave Justice League a 7 out of 10, I'm going to give it a cannoli. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, live long and prosper, and may the Force be with you. Good night.